What's up, everybody, and welcome to a special edition of the 90s First Show. Today, we are going to be discussing the Batman suits, live action. We're going to be making a tier list here, and if you haven't already, go and see our live action movie tier list that me and Justin, my co-host, made a couple of days ago, or actually, as of this release, it will be yesterday. So, yeah, just one day ago. Justin, how you doing today?
I'm doing phenomenal. I can't wait to fight to the death on these suits that we're going to be tearing up. That's today's episode, everybody. We're going to talk about the suits themselves in these Batman films and try to put them in a tier list, which is the best and which one is just flat out terrible.
Yeah, we'll go there. And so, yeah, if you have not seen the tier list of the live action movies, go ahead and check that out. I'll have it linked down below. And then also, we will be doing a review of The Batman during the week of March 13th with friend of the show, Chris Clow. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, we're really excited. Batman's his favorite character, and he's such a brilliant mind to talk about it. So glad that he's joining the cast. And like, comment, subscribe. We're on a road to 100 subs on the channel, so we want to get that custom link. So, Justin, are you ready to do this?
I'm not wearing hockey pads. Let's get it.
Hockey pads? Okay.
Not today, no. That was earlier.
All right, so we're going to start off with, we're going to go chronological order, and we're going to go with Adam West first. Now, I know there are a couple suits that were definitely before Adam West that you are seeing here, and we can maybe rank them later, but we are going to go with the ones where we have actually seen the movie. And so we're starting off with Adam West. I think we've seen enough of Robert Pattinson's suit, so I'm okay with ranking that later, but let's start with Adam West. Justin, where do you think this suit sits?
F. Oh, well, we don't have an F. We should go with D. D is the lowest we can go on this rating. It's S through D. That's D, C, B, A, S, as in the awesome stuff. And I would put this as D, honestly, just in comparison to the other suits. They did what they could, but it just doesn't hold up. Honestly, it just doesn't look right for Batman. The vision in our heads, the comic books that we grew up with, it doesn't do it justice. It doesn't do it justice as Batman. And I don't think it's worth our time. Is it hard for you to do that because it's the original?
No. In comparison to everything else, I could see it at as high as a C for myself, but I'm okay with putting it at D for now. Maybe we could revisit it later, but yeah, I think the things going wrong with that is that even though it's so iconic, it's kind of it's a bad iconic, like, to me.
True.
It has drawn
like, it doesn't
on,
do it justice. Exactly.
It has drawn on eyebrows. It has maybe Tic Tac size ears. Like, it just doesn't really fit what I think Batman is. So, I mean, I can agree with the D rating, but let's go to Michael Keaton's 1989 Batsuit. Now, this suit is different, despite Michael Keaton being the same Batman actor in Batman Returns. It is different because he was given a little bit more neck movement.
Yeah, that's right. He couldn't even turn his head. I think this Michael Keaton Batman suit with Jack Nicholson fighting him through this film, if you're questioning it, is a very good suit. I like this suit a lot. I know that it's much darker, much blacker than other suits in this in the groups, but I feel like this suit fits the style of the comic book perfectly. I feel like the belt is the perfect size. I feel like the logo is iconic right there, and I feel like the ears are the perfect height. They're not crazy bunny ears, and they're not too short. I feel like it's a good kind of like midway point between other suits that we see in the future. I would put this easily at like a B or a low A. Honestly, I think this suit's pretty good.
I'm so close to ranking this in S tier.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Win me over. Go ahead.
Huh?
Win me over. I'll bring it up.
For you go back to the Adam West one for a second. It had the yellow in the logo. It had the black bat. Well, blue, navy blue in his case.
Yeah.
And then just going strictly black. Nothing blue about it with this Tim Burton style. Just like an imposing dark night, you know. And then that yellow symbol. I don't know if you remember the opening of Batman 1989, but it's basically the opening crawl is going through the bat symbol. They kind of like created it in like a 3D image, and they go through the, you know, the cast and everything. I just think on the logo alone, with the bright yellow popping out amidst the sea of black, it's just so good looking. I mean, you got the abs, you got everything. Michael Keaton makes it look awesome as well. I love the height of the ears. The only thing that doesn't make it an S tier is because Michael Keaton can't move his dang neck in that thing. But like, I mean, I don't know if that should sway. I don't know if that sways me down. I think I'm a high A to an S, and you're a low A to a B.
Yeah. So for the first like this Michael Keaton first film, not Batman Returns, this original, I like the way the abs look compared to the Returns abs. But that lower half, I didn't really want to go there. But the lower half, it looks like he's wearing a football cup the entire time, and I just don't see Batman wearing like army like plate armor throughout the entire film. I don't like that look. They change that up in the future, but I don't like that. Like the top half, phenomenal, and that's an S tier, just the top half. But the whole suit as a whole is just that bottom half just takes it down. So I honestly like a low A would be the highest I would go. So I'll move it to A for you. If you'd like that.
I'm going A.
I'm down with that, but just because of that lower half, just not doing it justice.
Which one is the 1989 one? Is it?
He's looking straight at the camera with the yellow logo and the abs.
Yeah. All right, so we got A there. Okay. So Batman Returns, it does change a little bit. He has a little bit more neck movement. Where would you? So then this has to be the same. Either A or S.
The problem with this one is they fixed the bottom half, but then they messed up the abs. I don't like that Kevlar ab look that it has. I don't like that the kind of like boxy abs that it has. It's not rounded like natural abs would be. It looks like he's wearing like a suit of Kevlar, like he's wearing some armor that isn't.
So then,
I don't think
then the beige one, like the beige looking one, is that the 1989
yes.
one?
Yes.
Okay. And then the black one in our tiers. So you think the Returns one should go to a B, or do you think it's still at an A? Okay.
No, that's where I would put it, because the majority of the film you're looking at is top half, and they messed up the abs. I don't like that front chest plate look.
Okay,
do you agree with that?
I could agree with that. Yeah. Okay, so Val Kilmer's original suit. Now this one adds nipples. So Joel Schumacher with his little style, but kind of keeps the same aesthetic in the sense of all black, yellow. I believe this one here, it adds elbow, like the forearm like spikes. The
spikes, yes.
Yeah. Abs are looking a little bit more humanly. Yes,
this is closer to the original Batman film. I do like this a lot, and I do like the spikes as well. The darker color, the logo is missing, but at that point it's not as prominent. It's not as prominent is what I'm saying. It's not as bright as the comics would portray it. Yeah. I feel like the darker look to it is matching this film perfectly. And it's just an iconic, you always remember him holding up his hands and the cape being like a web, a spiked kind of look to it. I like this a lot. I would put this next to the first Michael Keaton at the A ranking, if not higher. Honestly, it would be a high A on my list. Do you agree?
No, I do not.
Because of the nipples?
Because of the nipples. Like, why are you adding nipples to a Batsuit? Like,
it's supposed to, It's better than adding
it's
Kevlar.
Supposed to what? No, it's not.
I like this look a lot. Honestly, I think it makes him more human, and it makes it's a detail that you're not looking at the whole film. Honestly, yeah, if you're focusing on it, yeah, sure, you'll see it. But the point is, the suit as a whole is iconic for Batman. I think it deserves at least an A ranking, honestly.
I don't know if I could see it higher than the Batman Returns one.
Easily.
No, the Batman Returns one only changes the abs, whereas this one adds nipples. Like I don't.
Yeah, but it fixes the abs.
I really like the suit.
Because it's really good. It's dark. It's gritty.
I feel like I'm gonna have to compromise here so that you compromise later, because you might not like some of the later ones. All right, let's see where this goes. Val Kilmer's secondary suit,
the silver one.
The silver one, yes.
Yeah, the one that was painted for toys.
Yeah,
literally for toy sales. It looks awesome.
This one deletes the bat nipples. It has this like silverly look. Has a really, really broad, wide bat across the chest. Mm-hmm. And I've always loved this suit. I've loved it. I'm pretty sure they added this to Arkham City, and I used this to play as Batman in Arkham City.
The only flaw I have with this one, honestly, I like it a lot, and it's iconic for me as well. I know we've inside baseball, we've talked about this suit in general across Batman as one of our favorites. I feel like the ears are the problem. The flaw with them are the ears, because if you were to zoom in on those, they're like fish gills or fish fins. And I don't like that look to the point. It's supposed to be a bat point, and it looks like he's a mix between Aquaman and Batman with the blue tint.
I think you're getting a little bit too in the weeds there.
You zoom in on that picture, you'll see it.
I don't know. I think this suit is better than his original one in the movie.
You would put this at S?
I wouldn't put it at S. I would put the original one at B and put this one at A.
All right, so we put all of them at A. I like it. All right, we're doing it.
We're doing it all at A?
Both of those Val Kilmers or the George Clooney's are at A.
Not the George Clooney's. No. No. We can't have the George Clooney's at A.
Why not?
Because Val Kilmer's suits were better than George Clooney's.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, continue.
All right, we got George Clooney's initial suit here.
Yeah.
Like, no. I mean, no.
Which one are we talking about?
Once again, it has bat nipples. I cannot believe a bat nipple suit is at A right now. Like, I am just livid.
Completely deserved with all the suit as a whole, minus the small details.
This is so bad.
So we got Batman and Robin. Okay.
So I think this is a C tier.
Ah. Well, what makes you think that? Without saying nipples.
Let me just get a closer look at this. Let's see here.
I'll tell a quick story while we're waiting. Inside baseball, Mike was studying some graphic design a while back, and he asked me to give him a project. So I sent him a picture of one of these suits with nipples, and his job was to remove said nipples. And he did a job, but I still
really good.
Yeah, I enjoyed the original suit a little better, unfortunately.
So yeah, I think here's my big issue. Now obviously this is obviously this will change once we get to the Nolan films for sure.
Maybe.
No, just listen to my point. But I think what was missing from this was the, it's not dark enough. Like it's not super dark. The difference between the Val Kilmer one that's not super dark is that is an alternate suit for the end of the movie that served a purpose. And so we'll get to the next suit after this that served a purpose. But this one here, it loses the yellow in the logo.
Yeah, I don't know if I like the logo in general for this one.
The logo honestly, in general is too shiny. It's like silvery.
His whole costume is more of like a dark gray opposed from a dark black.
And then bat nipples.
I don't take that. Like the abs are interesting compared to the other ones done. It seems more fluid, like a flat surface with ridges. Honestly, it's the color tone that gets me negative on this one. It's that logo does not, like, if you were to zoom in on that, it doesn't even look like a Batman logo, honestly. It's like a weird Transformer slash...
So are we saying D? Are we saying D then?
I would put this one on C, because they're at least trying to do something new, but it's just not executed properly.
Okay. So, let's see here. This one. Now, the ice suit ditches the bat nipples.
Yeah.
Has still that kind of like darker bluish gray tone, but with a silver bat logo, silver armor around. Where are you putting this?
S.
Really?
Firm S on that. Firm S. I enjoy this one thoroughly. It also does have something I don't like, which are those ears. If you look at them, they are very aquatic looking. But that silver and the way they ditch the ab concept completely. They get rid of the nipples. They add like detailing around his biceps in silver as well to accent the entire suit. I think it's a phenomenal suit. He also has bat brass knuckles on this suit. If you look at his hands, he's got brass, like, well, not brass, but silver hinted knuckles of bat on his knuckles there. And they look deadly. They look really good. I think this looks like something that would be in the Justice League movie. That's how good it looks because it's so shiny and it. I think it's a good suit that's kind of like a side suit, you know, something that if he knows he's getting into the thick of it, he's going to wear this thing and it's going to scare some people. I think it's a good one.
I don't know if it's better than Tim Burton's.
Really?
No,
Is it the blue?
I cannot put this at S tier if Tim Burton's Batman is not at S tier.
I disagree.
Dude, like, I mean, aside from it being a part of the worst Batman movie ever.
But that's not, we're not looking at the films themselves. We're looking at the outfits.
I understand. That's why I said apart from that. It's still that ugly gray tone. And it's throughout the suit. Whereas when you get the Tim Burton one, it's that yellow and black logo with just this dominating like black color tone to it that just I cannot in my heart of hearts put this one at S tier, even though I like it. I will agree with you that I like it. I think it's really cool. But I cannot put it above Tim Burton's. I just can't.
This is what we'll do. Okay, so if you were to look at this film in conjunction with the other two co-stars of this film, Robin had a suit that matched, but it had nipples, and the female counterpart also had a suit that matched. And I feel like, as a unit, this suit was so iconic to my childhood for sure, and I can easily put it above Tim Burton because I like that extra little superhero sense that you get from it. Like he's got some extra power. He's coming in with some extra strength this time.
I could see the YouTube comments right now. We use the word iconic too much. Like You cannot honestly say that in the world of Batman, in the zeitgeist of pop culture, that this suit is more iconic than Tim Burton's. You can't.
If it would have had nipples, it would easily be a terrible suit, right? In your book. But I feel like they removed that aspect for us to debate about it, what like 20, 23, 24, 25 years later. And I feel like... I'm
not giving you an S tier on this. I'm so sorry. Like, I love you, man, but there's no way that it's better than Tim Burton's.
So you'd go A with it?
I would go A with it.
That's a huge give for me, just so you know.
But I like it too.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm okay with putting it in at A, but I think we need to revisit Tim Burton's because I also don't think that this is on par with Tim Burton's. Like Tim Burton's, like you even talked about the ears being bad on that suit. There's nothing wrong with the ears on Tim Burton's.
On Tim Burton's, it's the lower half that the problem is.
Yeah, but there's really nothing wrong with that. It's just like he's wearing pads. It's like,
why does Batman need pads? He's not wearing hockey pads.
Yeah, not hockey pads. He's wearing Kevlar pads, like good pads.
And then a football cup.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm also thinking about just like, I think about that one of the opening scenes of Batman, 1989, where he's in the dark, and he's on the roof, and he's behind the crooks, and he just opens his bat cape. And you see that yellow and black logo. You see Michael Keaton fly down and glide down. Yeah, sorry, he doesn't fly. Glide down. Like I think if we're gonna put George Clooney's ice suit on there, it's not even black, dude. Like it's not even black. We have to put Tim Burton's as.
All right, so we put Tim Burton down to B.
I think we have to put
Tim Burton. Tim Burton goes to S.
Okay.
Deal.
All right.
But you're gonna have a struggle with these future ones though, because a lot of these I disagree with completely. I'm sure.
Okay. Batman Begins is next.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. What do you think of it?
I like it, but I think it's a B. Just because I'm putting it in conjunction with Dark Knight, because the Dark Knight suit is 10 times better than it. Both in functionality, the way that Batman can move, he can actually move his neck.
Mm-hmm.
But also just like, man, that the bat symbol on the Dark Knight suit is just awesome. I love it. I would put Batman Begins probably at a B. It's still good, but Tim Burton's cowl looks very clunky, but it does not look as remotely clunky as the Batman Begins one, in my opinion. What are your thoughts?
Well, you see, this is in film wise, this is the first one that he actually states, I need armor from dogs. So he's actually built in actual, like stuff that would be used by military. So I can give him a pass on that because it was stated in the film. I do like that chest. That bat symbol is so good. I think that the mask itself looks good, with the dark eyeliner and the points coming to like a curved point and straight in the middle. I like that look. But that nose is so pointy in this film. like it is. Yeah. That schnoz is pointy. Like he could stab someone with that, like his side blades. Yeah. Like he could hurt somebody with that. The belt is not even useful, really. He uses it for very small things, not compared to like the older stuff.
I think if we don't put it at B, then and you want it at C, then George Clooney's needs to go down to a D with Adam West, because the It could go B. Okay.
Yeah.
Because the Batman Begins is definitely better than the George Clooney one.
I disagree with that statement.
Than the OG George Clooney one?
I think it's way better. The George Clooney one is better than the Batman Begins suit. Yes.
What? Really?
Yes.
Even with its
I prefer
being
that
silver
logo.
gray?
I prefer that logo. Like, wait, which one are we talking about? Are we talking about the second George Clooney?
not the ice one. I'm talking about George Clooney's start of the movie. Batman Begins suit is better.
I agree with that.
Okay, thank you.
I agree that the George Clooney one is better. Yes.
Shut up.
That's what I agree.
I didn't say that.
I agree with myself then.
You think the OG George Clooney one with the small
it's better than Batman Begins? Yes.
No, it's not. We're putting it at B.
I have no control. On to the next one, The Dark Knight.
You have control. I put this at A, bro.
I do not like the Dark Knight suit at all. I think that it looks way too military.
You don't like the Dark Knight suit at all?
I do not. It's just way too military. The chest plate is similar. God, the picture I have up is Christian Bale just going like. I prefer Begins over the Dark Knight suit, honestly, and they're very similar. Not. Really, what do you like more about Dark Knight?
I think just the cowl is just it's so much better. That. Like, I like that it slims in the neck a little bit more. Mm-hmm. I like the ears as well. I don't
like the Batman Begins. Like, it clearly looks like there's a square or a rectangle around his neck at where it meets, and this one does not have that, which I like.
Yeah, I think this one adds the retractable blades in the forearm, so he could
shoot them out. Yeah,
could shoot them out. Yeah, I think just the slimmer overall look instead of like the bulky, like hulking Batman Begins, I think it's better than the Batman Begins one.
He's just wearing more armor though.
Yeah. I don't know. I personally would put I mean, I don't know. I think we could do a rearrangement here, because I'm thinking you're leaning. First of all, is it better than the Batman Begins one?
I prefer Batman Begins over the Dark Knight.
Over the Dark Knight?
But not as good as George Clooney's.
Okay, so you think the Dark Knight is down to a D?
Oh, well, we put Begins on B.
Yes, we did.
So I would put Dark Knight on C.
Okay, with the George Clooney one?
No. George Clooney is an S.
Can you get your dang George Clooney suit straight? The bat nipple George Clooney one.
Yes.
Next to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I just think the George Clooney one is great. I'm glad that Chris Clow is going to watch this and just love every moment.
It's gray.
Yeah.
The original Batfleck suit, it's an S tier.
Are you talking about Batman versus Superman?
Yes, it is an S tier.
You like that thick bat chest plate?
I love it. Batman Returns is one of my or The Dark Knight Returns rather is one of my favorite comic books. It takes the inspiration from it. I could take the short ears, like he looks so bulky, so authoritative. Like it's perfect. It is my favorite live action Batsuit of all time.
I completely agree with you. Solely because his counterpart in that film was Superman.
Okay, so it is S tier, which means
for Superman, yes,
it's Superman.
It means hope.
Okay, cool. The Justice League one had these weird goggles, like.
Oh, no!
Man, this is
bro.
bad. Okay, this is a D. It's next to Adam West. I agree.
I saw this for the first time on the big screen, and I was like, "What are they doing? No, he does not wear night vision goggles."
Agree. Yeah, 100%.
Oh, cool. He can see different things. What is he, Predator? No, he's supposed to technology is improved, sure, but he's not that. No, that's not the Batsuit. That doesn't even look like Batman. That looks like a Daredevil crossover with Batman. I'm not lying, right?
Yeah, I mean a little bit. All right. We now have the Desert Batman, the future Batman.
Dawn of Justice.
Yeah. I'd put this at C or B.
I can go with that. I can go with that.
C or B.
I would go C, honestly. It doesn't quite match where Begins and Dark Knight would be, in my opinion.
I'm thinking about it in the comic book sense, though, and the source material, and it just looks so good, like, compared
from
to
where they came from.
From where they came from, so that's why I would bump it up to a B. But I don't think it could go A.
Okay. Yeah, nothing's going to beat George Clooney.
Yeah, sure. Okay, we'll do B. Let's go ahead and rank the new Batman suit.
I think we should save that for the review. We'll do it with Clow. We'll just say how do you feel about that suit, and we'll all give our views. I think that would be a good. Yeah, let's do that honorable mention for later.
Sounds good.
Leave it for the review episode. All honestly,
right. But it's an A, so.
Spoilers.
All right, so this is our list. I think any changes you see necessary?
No. Well, I do think the ice suit should be next to the Batman versus Superman suit.
We're not doing that, but okay.
We could flip a coin.
I've compromised enough here, bro. There is a bat nipple suit in A.
A post from the Tim Burtons and the George Clooney's, we do see some kind of standard here going on. We had the older stuff lower on the list, and then as it progressed, besides the goggles, it got better. They learned from their mistakes, and hopefully they don't bring nipples back in the next one.
I don't know. We have like the Dark Knight down here as well, and see. So yeah, this is our list. So we got S tier, or actually I'm gonna start D tier. So D tier, we have Adam West, and we have the Justice League suit. C tier, yeah, it's not good. C tier, we have the George Clooney original bat nipple one and the Dark Knight one. I compromised a little bit on that Dark Knight one, by the way. It should be beef in my mind, but I got you, Justin. No worries.
No, Tim Burton should be D, but it's all good.
No,
I don't agree with that. Definitely not.
You can't say that with a straight face.
No, I can't. No.
Batman Returns suit is a B, so is Batman Begins, as well as Future Batman in Dawn of Justice. Then we have both of Val Kilmer's suits at an A. We have the George Clooney ice suit. And then S tier, we have...
What was that last one you said?
At the A? George Clooney ice suit.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
I said
just wanted to make sure that was on the A.
And then S tier, we have the 1989 Tim Burton Batman suit and Ben Affleck's Superman, or Batman.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, you're welcome. Batman
the Superman film.
It was so good. So anyway, thank you for taking the time to watch this. This is our ranking of the Batsuits. Keep in mind, in a couple weeks' time, we should have a review of the Batman Up with special guest Chris Clow. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know how we got this right or how we got this wrong. And also, linked down below is going to be our Batman movie tier ranking that was just released yesterday of this recording. So I got nothing else. For Mike, for Justin, this has been a special edition of the 90s First Show, and we'll catch you later. Bye.
Bye. Nipples.
I'm gonna have to bleep that.
Nah.